Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup 2017. My name is Jake. Today with me is Nyanzak, and we're going to be casting a game between Sweden and Germany. Nyanzak, what do you think about this game?
It looks like a very balanced lineup here we have today between Sweden and Germany.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, just going through the rosters right now, I have them right in front of my face. Both rosters feature quite a lot of old players, some of the fresh blood that coming up, but basically both Sweden and Germany have incredibly good players all around. I mean, just going through the Sweden's roster right now, we have a Vilcek on Scout, Soldier is going to be on Kaya, Ascendary on Pyro, you know, coming back from a pretty long hiatus, I think. Demoman is Ale, Heavy is Krunk, Engineer Kali Cool, Medic is Vani, Sniper Twisted, and on Spy is none other than Kazul. Basically what we're looking here in Sweden is just a roster of Premiership players, and, well, what does Germany have to, try to answer that?
Well, on Scout for Germany, they have Dreamy. On Soldier, they have Ignis. For Pyro, they have Team Time. Demoman is Menti. For Heavy, they have Mars. Engineer is Saga. Medic is Asajj. Sniper is Der Milchman. And Spy is Domito.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, just looking at it again, like, we have Vilcek. He used to play Spy a lot. Now he's a little bit more of a Scout player. He did play a lot of Scout in 6v6. So I really don't think there's anything there's not going to be any bad plays coming out of him. I mean, on the Scout, especially on the payload map, that is PL upward. He's pretty much going to be tied up to that cart 24/7 on attack. Maybe a little bit more on defense, we'll see. And obviously, you have Ontkai on Soldier. Ali is a fantastic demo man. He's been performing very well throughout the seasons, and, well, he's now fielding for Sweden's roster, as well as Twisted on Sniper and Kazul on Spy, being a very annoying type of player. Germany has a pretty big gap to fill here, but on the other side, I mean, we do have Mars on Heavy. He's played quite a lot of classes, right? He played Demo Man before, quite a long time. I do believe he dabbled a little bit of in Sniper as well, and now he's playing the Heavy class. And Asajj is on Medic. He used to play Engineer quite a lot, and then moved a little bit more to the support class that is the Medic. And obviously have Der Milchman and Domito on Sniper and Spy respectively. So, like I said, very balanced rosters, as you pointed out in the beginning. Slowly getting ready to cast here. Both teams are getting on the server. I do believe it's going to be one of the very few games that we are going to start on time, hopefully. I mean, it's only 1 minute overdue, so hopefully we get to cast it and start soon-ish. And remember that this is still the group stage of Highlander Nations Cup here, which means there's not a lot on the line, and rather than just vanity points and logs. I do believe the outcome of this game will decide on what kind of seeding the teams will take going in the next stages. So definitely there is something to fight for. However, if one of the teams loses, being very balanced as they are, it's not going to be too much of a deal, and they may be able to meet up in the future, I believe. So, yeah, what do you think? I mean, we're playing PL Upward. Again, it's just a very standard map, not much to say about it. I'm just going to look at anything else. Nope, it's just going to be 2 rounds of PL Upward. Like I said, payload map, not much to do. Just push the card as fast as you can. And both rosters being as similar in skill as they are, we are going to be in for a very interesting game, at least for those 2 rounds. We might be even going to a, if there was a golden cap, it would be. I do believe it's just going to be a draw at this point, so I might need to ask Wiethoofd, who is on camera. Alright, so Wiethoofd confirms that it's going to be a best of 3. So, yeah, definitely we will have one winner out of this one. All players are on the server at the moment, just waiting for them to ready up. And like I said, one of the very few games we are going to be casting on time. It's really funny that it happens, but hey. After like 3 years or something, of casting Highlander, I got pretty much used to every single game being like 10 or 15 minutes late. And sometimes even more. I do believe the longest game I waited for was 45 minutes. And that was something, you guys. I just was talking stuff for 45 minutes, you know? Just, you know, Wiethoofd putting up some banter there. So, Nyan, I guess, like, you're pretty new to the casting scene, aren't you?
Indeed.
So, how do you feel? I mean, how have you casted before?
I've done a bit of casting just in, like, Radical, which is a charity event, but not much in competitive. It looks to be an interesting match, though.
Yeah, but in terms of competitive, I mean, have you done, like, any kind of competitive settings like this? I mean, this is, like I said, this is basically the top Premiership kind of game we have here. A lot of nation teams have their top players fielded, but, you know, obviously some of them couldn't really field the ones that they wanted, and obviously there's a little bit of a bias between players. But however, here we're seeing very, very top of the line players all around. Only problem is, which I actually noticed once when I played for Polish team, I think I played 2 seasons, is that when you learn how to cast and how to speak and how to call things in English, going back to your like native language is extremely hard. Like I said, I was always playing on foreign teams, I was always using English, and when I was asked to play on the Polish team, I had absolutely no idea what the hell was going on. Everyone's casting calling some different positions and different things. I was just had to kind of guess what they mean. And it was just a completely new learning experience that I am not looking forward to, because basically I had to relearn an entire, I don't know, meta, I do believe. It's quite interesting. I mean, you don't have that kind of problems in English when you're, like, British, I guess. Just kind of go. Alright, so getting a heads up from Wiethoofd that they are about to start up, finally. Only 5 minutes left, that's quite an improvement here. And we will be going into the first round, with... Well, it seems that it's going to be Sweden on attack, with Germany defending first. Hearing the timer now, and... well, Jan, could you take us away to, well, the standard sentry position? Kind of tell us... Maybe what kind of can go. I mean, sentry positions here are very different. Like, for example, we've seen Seal before in Premiership, game that I did cast as well. He was very aggressive to sentry position, but let's see.
They're going a normal sentry position here.
What can it offer us? I mean, it's a normal sentry position, a little bit of cover from spam, I suppose. But at the same time, covers less area. So if there's any jumpers going around the house, Medic has a little bit more tough job to try to stay alive.
30 seconds.
All right, I feel good.
So,
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
start up here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, Kronk is actually on a brass beast here, and he gets catch-up just immediately right after. Milchman taking the first kill of the game here, Mars taking on Kaya and Ali as well, taking care of with that sentry gun right there. So basically the whole wave of spawns going completely wasted, but maybe not. There's an Uber popped onto Asai, losing that Uber advantage here with Vani having 100%. Is definitely gonna speed this push a little bit more, but the cart is still very far back. They need to push it forward in order to push it efficiently, and they might be just going in without the cart being pushed. Only is heavy on the cart, and he's waiting for someone to push it. It looks like the blue team here, Sweden, trying to get close, popping the Uber charge on Ali, trying to spam out the sentry gun. It looks like, yep, this team of Germany needs to get away. This aggressive play, forcing that Uber charge was very crucial here, and Sweden might be able just to take first point, even though the cart is very far back. German team will be looking at a second point defense.
They'll push back quite quick.
They were. So, basically, right now, a little bit of a downtime. Both teams are looking to charge up the Ubercharge. This time, Asai is going to have his Ubercharge much faster, but they still have absolutely nothing to do at the moment. Vanny is only 50%, but they still need to push the cart as well. Might have thought about having the scout pushing the cart at all this time, but now, finally, the cart having 3 times on it. Sweden gonna be going in. Milchman is in a very aggressive position, getting down Vanny, dropping that Ubercharge, very crucial here. Asai's 100% might be able to use it just now without having to worry too much, but he decides to actually save it. The entire Sweden's team is just crumbling right now without the medic to help them out. They are just dying. It's one by one. However, the cart is slowly still being pushed, and this time they have not forgotten it. There is a soldier right now on Kaya with this direct hit, forcing out the medic again. Asai is losing an Ubercharge, jumping in forward, trying to make the most of it, trying to take down someone, but Menti pays the heavy price of his own life for that one. And being exchanged, Milchman once again taking down Alley, slowing down the offense a little bit of Sweden here. Vanny is getting his Ubercharge up, 25% advantage for Asai. With Menti missing from the battlefield, he will have to catch up with the rest of his team. And we have Saga as well, building up those defenses. A very aggressive spot and very interesting defensive spot coming out of Germany. The cart is all the way in the tunnel, right beneath them, but they decided to hold very aggressively, even with the level 3 sentry up there. Ignis going down there, no soldier. Milchman taking down Vanny though again. Asai is 90% getting a little bit of spam onto him, but he has that level 3 dispenser on him at all times. Pyro going in. Oh my god! Ascendry taking a quadra kill there and dropping Asai as well. What a play that was, Ascendry. What the hell is going on with you? Taken down by Milchman, but that drop was very crucial and very important. I don't know, man.
Maper was in the back, causing a lot of trouble for some of the Sweden team as well.
Definitely. I mean, Ascendry just kind of snuck behind that rock and took 4 people down with him. That was absolutely insane play, allowing Sweden to just push in almost all the way to the second point. There's a level 3 sentry up again by the engineer. Saga's doing an amazing job keeping them up, but they're taking a lot of spam, going down right now to Krog. Look at this soldier on Kaya jumping in, trying to clean up a bit. Only the Spencer falls down. Looks like Germany are a little bit distraught here. Asai dropping once again here. I mean, he will have to think about being a little bit more defensive and popping, even if it means that he's going to lose it. Otherwise, he doesn't help his team that much. Vanny is currently faking his Uber 90% going in. They will have it much faster than the Germany's team, and they might be able to use this advantage they have. But the card is still quite far back. Of only Viljak trying to push it. Actually, no, it's yeah, it's Viljak. He's using a different nickname right now. Oh no, no, again. That happened again. Milchman dropping Vanny again. That's the 3rd drop coming out of Vanny this time, and Milchman is continuously being a very annoying part of German's team for Sweden to handle. Asai has his 100%, but both medics have trouble keeping up. Twisted with a headshot on Dreamy. That's taking a tiny little head is very difficult for a sniper class, but he's done it with ease. And look at this, how many people are on the cart right now. They're getting ready to put it. They have 50% only. Asai has 100% holding very aggressively here. He is pretty safe with that dispenser. Ooh, there's a pyro getting, spy getting caught out here. Getting out actually Viljak, and Milchman again getting twisted, counter snapping in very well, freeing up a lot of room. Vanny is faking over once again. There's a scout being pushed away, killed. Dreamy trying to get a drop again. Vanny on 90%, and Hasa actually dying again somewhere. Wow, I do believe that was Ontkaya who was the critical part of that success there. And again, Sweden, despite losing the Ubercharge, despite dropping that Ubercharge with the medic, they still are able to prevail and push it all the way to the 3rd point in 5 minutes and 17 seconds. Is here watching. Oh, what a reflector going by T-time on Sky. And look at this Alibi taking down Menti and Asai again. Taking that Uber down. Vanny has popped his. There's no reason to hold it anymore. And there's a lot of people up there. He tries to save his life. Being separated from his combo. There's Heavy actually Kronk going in. Ascendry Kali taking out 4 members of the German team. I mean, German, they don't seem to be dealing with this kind of pressure that well. Especially with how much room Ontkaya and Viljak are making for them. Look at this Onkai being so aggressive, juggling Menti up, but taking the final kill there. And look at this, cart is being pushed without anyone contesting. A lot of people dead. 6 minutes for 4 points is an incredibly good time.
They had no one to contest that point there.
None, but here we go. The turns, well, the teams have switched places this time. Sweden will be defending, and well, Germany will be attacking here. They have a very tough time to beat.
It's a very fast time.
I mean, yeah, what do you think? I mean, what could Germany do? It was really incredible that both medics had trouble staying alive. But despite that, Sweden was winning every single team fight. I mean, does it come to maybe individual skill of maybe Onkai and Viljak working together for a long time and now basically utilizing the flank, or maybe is it just a whole team effort?
I think it might just be a bit of the whole team together. Just doing all their effort together to win.
Yeah, well, there we go. Both teams are getting ready. 10 seconds to go. Sentry being a little bit far back onto this little, I would say this kind of wood, covering a little bit more space, lacking the range though, but with the Wrangler, I do believe engineer Kaleku will be able to just utilize the sentry very well, and also it's very easily protected. There's level 3 teleporter on the usual spot as well, and the gates are down. Blue team is moving out. Jeremy moving in. Tomato is getting close into the kill, and look at this! The medic. Wow! Tomato, what an incredible play. No one actually seen him. Saps the sentry as well. No engineer. A sentry going down, and like that, Asa with 100% uber charge, advantage over Vani. Pushing in the cart, no problem there. There's still a few Germany players lingering, trying to pick up some players. Look at this scout. I mean, not Germany, Sweden here. Viljak trying to pick up some players, taking down Saga. But that's all he gets for that one. With Sweden having to move back to the second point, they will be able to set up quite an aggressive spot again. Basically putting the sentry a little bit far back, but the dispenser is still behind the rock. Both teams slowly moving in. Asa has 100% uber charge here. Vani only 50. It's gonna be very difficult for the defenders here of Sweden to prevail. Whether Asa decides to push it. Look at this, going from the side, very close by. Sentry is a lot of trouble, taking a lot of spam, getting zapped in the last second. What a play by Kale, but he cannot build it up fast enough. Spy is moving on to the very good position here. Sentry going down again, and Germany being incredibly aggressive here, taking everything they want. Sweden having trouble to set up any sort of defense. Oh, look at this, the Tomato taking down the heavy, but thankfully, well, fortunately, the medic Vani takes, I do believe, an uber saw off of him, gets 100% uber charge. Asa only 40. They might be able to just use this uber charge, maybe clean up shop and hold second point. They're still holding quite aggressive. They don't have level 3 sentry. On Kaya paying the price for it from Dreamy, but what a headshot again, twisted. Not having that scout run around too much. There is an uber charge having popped, but it's a little bit too late as there's a lot of it being spread around, trying to put some damage out, but the medic and the heavy are all safe and sound in the window area. Ooh, here Viljak tried to get a few pot shots on the medic, but getting completely cleaned by T-Time. Now, again, Sweden this time crumbling and not being able to hold positions against Germany's offense. I mean, I have not seen such ferocity coming out of Germany, but look at this, Ubercharge just going straight in for the sentry, trying to get it down, goes down, eventually chasing the medic, trying to put some pipes and sticks onto him. Here, Mars with Menti, but I don't know if they will be able to, but they are still spamming Sweden out, and Sweden are forced all the way back to the last one with Medic barely staying alive. Still, what aggression coming out of Menti, putting so much pressure onto the Medic, and looks like Germany team will be able to cap third point in a very incredibly quick time. There's 3 minutes to go to cap last. Asa dying there to Viljak. Fortunately, somewhere the spy managed to slip through the cracks, and getting the medic kill is very important with Vani 100%. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Germany once again showing how much aggression they have. Vani has 100% overcharge, which means they will be able to hold this top position. Very important position on last to hold. He's also calling it for the enemy team, so they don't dare to come up there. Asa is only on at 40%, slowly building up. Eventually he will get it, but that's a little bit of a results in a little bit of a downtime here. Ali actually taking quite a bit of damage, but it does spam and hold this top air with a few stakes, and Germany just waiting for a good opportunity to push. 70%, Asa is not building as fast as he could, wasting in the precious time of Vani 100% charge. They might be willing to actually go a little bit more aggressive. Not quite, as here Menti is just holding the top as well, but they decided to go through the bottom here. The basement going slowly, making sure no one's gonna sneak behind, spy checking the whole almost entire team going in except for the flank. Nice kill there onto Menti by Ali. Vani is actually here dominating Menti, and Kronk and Ali cleaning up entire shop, with Asa having to waste his supercharge to stay alive. Looks like he will be able, flashing Mars there a little bit. But that's way not enough to hold off this defense by Sweden. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, and Swedish players are prevailing in this exchange. We will be looking at another exchange there. Asa actually going down somewhere here, which means even more downtime for the medic. With Vani on 50% advantage, Germany will have to step it up in order to actually cap it and win the first point.
They can't make too many mistakes here, otherwise it's game over.
Definitely. I mean, they had very good aggression coming out. There was so much aggression coming out of Germany in the first 3 points that Sweden had very much trouble actually holding any points. They had to always back out. This time, you know, being last and having very close spawns, they will be able to hold this for a little bit longer. Here, only 45 seconds to go. Not a lot at all. As Asa is on 70%, Vani on 100. They might be looking for a drop or something. Tomato taking down Kronk, which might be very important in the next push. But there is Ale with Vani holding top here, being very safe. Vani actually on only half health. Someone took a pipe there for his troubles. Card slowly being pushed, and Germany team is getting ready to go. Pushing in, they have Ubercharge. They will exchange it going in, but there's a Sentry on very low health, saved by his medic, but getting blown away somewhere else, trying to chase them down, but there is tea time pushing them back as well, those pyros. But what is this? Twisted is actually killing Tomato there, as well as Callie. Quite a lot of kills on the Germany team, only 5 people left on very low health, with no medic to help them. 1 second to go, and that is it. First point going to the way of Sweden very quickly. I mean, it looked like it was anyone's game for the first 3 points of the second round, but Sweden managed to just prevail, and Germany just crumbled under pressure. Gonna check out the logs in a second, as we have a little bit of a downtime. Both teams will be able to talk some strategies. There you go. Got the logs from Wiethoofd, who is on the camera with us tonight, as he was from every single other game, I do believe, doing God's work. You know, I gotta give him a little bit of a shout out. But I do have the logs right here. And looking at basically top kills, it's Milchman with 17, 3 kills on the medic, 5 on the other sniper, winning the sniper battles. But Ale is for Sweden the top fragging player, taking down a Menti 5 times, which is quite incredible for a demo man. And then basically 14 kills as the third place for Dreamy, who is the scout for Germany's team. And despite Blue kind of dominating the top 4, being taking 3 slots, Sweden was able to prevail there, especially with that amazing play by Ascendry, just taking down 4 players and dropping the Uber. I do believe it is kind of like a play of the game moment for him, just sneaking by and taking them all. Quite incredible. Gonna look at the drops as well. I mean, Asa and Vani have 2 drops each, with Asa having 8 Uber charges popped, Vani holding onto his with only 5. Asa also having 2,000 more healing than Vani, which means he was, well, either Germany was in a little bit more trouble, which was probably the case, and, well, Swedish team being a little bit more conservative about their plays and being a little bit more, well, stable. But here you go. That's the logs. We're going to be moving on to the second round fairly shortly. Once again, I'm reminding you guys that it is only first stage of Nations Cup, which means there's no real goal here apart from trying to get the better seed for the future. Right now Sweden is looking at getting it with 1 point leading over Germany. Alright, 90 seconds to go, roughly. Actually go to the second round. Right now Sweden is doing quite a lot of work. Both teams managed to cap it quickly, which I am grateful for. As always like to see very fast-paced games, so the TF2 tends to be quite slow, especially on PL Upward or any other payload map for the matter. But both teams being very aggressive, having very aggressive playstyles. Well, they're doing what they can in order to secure themselves a win. So we are going to be joined by Buck, who's going to be joining us on the casting desk. Having a little bit of a break as well myself.
Yeah, props to Jay, everyone, for carrying the cast.
I mean, you know, gotta do what I gotta do. I like to talk, so it's not like a big deal for me. I just have to take a sip or two in between. But we're getting ready, 5 seconds to go, and well, this time I do believe it's going to be Sweden defending first, with Germany attacking. It's usually how it is. And well, Germany has to beat Sweden in order to kind of secure themselves for the golden cap. Right now for them they're down 1 point.
5, 4.
So I only managed to catch the end of that last game. So what's the situation at the moment like?
Well, the situation is both teams are having very aggressive playstyles throughout the first 3 points, going very aggressively, leaving the card quite a bit behind, and then kind of holding the forward position with the combo. With 1 or 2 players on the card behind, trying to, you know, catch up with the rest of the team. The same strategy came out from Sweden, same as for Germany. However, the last point was capped ultimately by Sweden faster. Germany was unable to penetrate the defense, and well, Asas kind of not being very defensive about his medic or being too pressured by enemy flankers, dropping tubers as well as Vanny. It's kind of like a medic kill fest at the moment, so definitely gonna be looking for a little bit more.
What are your predictions then? You think Germany's gonna pull through on this, or you think Sweden's got what it takes?
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
So, yeah, with a 6.5 minute time for Sweden, this is going to be a little bit of pressure on Germany's team to secure themselves a better time this time. As the gates are down, well, we're getting very aggressive play here by the military. Look at this, he's slowly getting into position. We'll look for a headshot maybe, and well, Twisted takes a double kill there. I believe no, it's just a penetration to Saga, and that is the engineer on the defense, so on attackers. And Tomato once again going for a sentry, killing Bunny as well. Same situation happened last time.
There's a lockdown for the defense on Sweden right now. They're getting really aggressive. Mars is like just going to try and go into this sentry. There's no sap coming in, but there is a... The engine's alive to pull this back and try and get a defense. Mars taking a lot of damage here. But I mean, they've managed to get that first point extremely quickly.
That was actually insane. Again, Tomato, with doing exactly the same thing, taking down the pyro and the medic, dropping that uber charge. Very important play, allowing Germany to secure first point, almost the same exact way as they did in the round before. Now they're slowly moving with the card, trying to get it much closer than last time. Last time they're very aggressive, but look at Sweden's position here, also being quite aggressive here, with Sniper covering a lot of the top ground here on the hill.
Yeah, I was getting really aggressive there, but they're going to go through this tunnel side area. I think Ali's sort of got it covered. They might have to go early here. The mid does go down though. Asas dies to the spam from Ali, so we'll play by him. The engine's getting aggressive though, forward to the car, and they'll have to pull back. There's so many dead for Sweden right now.
Sweden are unable to take a hold here for some reason. They are completely getting spammed out, and without heals coming out of Vanny, they are crumbling, and they have to forfeit the second point as well. Moving on to the third point, should be a bit more easy to hold here, with Engineer currently working onto the level 3 sentry that is built up. And Sweden, well, they have to think of something. Vanny is about to reach his 100% uber charge. Asa just started building his, which might result in a bit of a downtime here for the aggression of German team, but they might also just try to force out Vanny, as it did work out in the before.
Yeah, they basically steamrolled up to this point. They're still moving the car right now, as there's no demo spam onto it. But as you said, I think there might be a bit of downtime here, while there are some going down for the offense, like 3 down right now. Car's still moving with the scout and the energy on it though. Hopefully we'll get it up this hill, but Ali's trying to take care of it.
I'm still pushing the card right now. Actually, there's a little bit of a, like, again, downtime here. Dreamy is on the card duty as a scout should. Asa is 90% overcharged. Vani is hoarding his, getting ready for that inevitable push. Right now, Asa my eyes are on Asa. He is slowly getting ready with the combo to push. They're going in, shouting for the medic. A little bit of a spam coming out of Ale, covering quite a little ground, but there is an early pop trying to save his teammates from any sticky traps. Demoman is being currently pushed away, but thankfully he saves his life. And now there is a counter pop coming out of Vani, completely nullifying this, taking down Mars and Menti in that ubercharge push. Asa is getting away with his life safe and sound, but this push has been completely nullified again by Sweden's defense.
Yeah, Sweden did a good job there. Like, they just popped on the sentry, just made it to blast it out, and like Kronk managed to stay alive as well on the heavy on the right balcony. So they just came back and pushed him out. Some good space coverage there. But they might just probably build this up again as quickly as they can and then try again. I mean, there is a small advantage on the side of the offense, so he might be able to get off that if they know.
Definitely here, Germany needs to pick up this aggression they had in the round before here. Actually, Viljak is currently pestering that engineer. Saga's going down on the card, getting chased here by Dreamy eventually. The card getting dangerously close to the third point. Sweden needs to have their eyes on it. Both medics about to hit their overcharge, losing a little bit of a players here. Kronk missing for the next defense, as well as Mars. So no heavies on the battlefield at the moment. Right now trying to step in the good position here, but they don't have much position to go from. There's only this little door that they can go through here. Germany getting ready to push in right now, getting the players in the right positions. Menti going in, leading the charge, getting flashed here as well with Mars. Medic is actually currently being blown away. He goes that way. Calais with that sentry gun dropping dropping mid-uber is not technically a drop, but that was quite hilarious to watch. And again, this ubercharge push was completely nullified by Sweden's defense.
Yeah, there's a lot right there now for the Germans trying to push this in, but yeah, well played by Calais there on the sentry gun. But there is constant pressure on this cart though, so props to the offense for that. Menti's trying to get aggressive alone here, but he's going to get jumped by on Kaya. But kind of unfortunate there on that offense, but no doubt they'll just try again.
And definitely here, well, Asa is only on 30%, Vani is on 20%, so both medics are considering going in dry. That's what I would do at this moment, because neither of the meds has their ubercharge. But the card is slowly still being pushed. Look at this. Dreamy and Saga are working their way up. They're covering themselves with the card from the sentry position. But look at this. Demoman here. Allies trying to get it done. Engineer's gonna push it in, and look at this. Oh my god, Sweden sleeping a little bit there on the defense. Losing third point like that in 5 minutes is quite a problem, as they had a very impressive hold going on. And now they are forced to move all the way back to fourth.
That was kind of odd by that, actually. I think he still had some sticks in that, but I think he was just sort of more worried about the flank, because like the heavy was in the house and the sword wanted to get this upper position. I mean, they're already in it right now, but Menti's getting extremely aggressive up here, trying to have to fight a sentry, but a sentry holding W and pushing them back for now.
Yeah, here Asa has 100% as well as Vani. Both medics sitting on those uber charges. Ali's being in quite an aggressive position here, waiting for the medic to join them. Actually here, covering the staircase with the heavy, and Pyro covering the other. And there's the uber push, very early pop by Asa, trying to save himself from the sticky traps. Going counter pop going by Vani onto his sentry, trying to lock someone in that spot, but unable to do so. Germany has escaped this situation, but neither of the medics has uber charge right now. There's a heavy here, Jakwowaty, Mars, a little bit of trouble. Heavy from behind for Kronk. What is he doing right now? Taking out Asa and Menti as well.
I think that was like an unintentional flank. Like, Kronk just wanted to regroup with them, but then ended up like flanking the whole combo from behind as a heavy, and they got sort of sandwiched between the combo and the heavy. So that was pretty well played there.
That's absolutely insane play, allowing Vani to build his ubercharge. Having that advantage is very precious at this stage of the game. Holding onto those balconies is also very important, as there is right now Ally completely blocking the enemy team from entering them. As also Soldier here, Ignis, trying to get some spam out, but they decided to move through the basement, going with 3 of the classes here, Power Soldier and the Demo Man, with Tea Time unfortunately dying to Kronk, being very aggressive again. Just eating his sandwich like nobody's business. Without the help of the medic, he's doing quite a lot of work for his team.
Yeah, it's interesting now that, like, I don't know whether like that's intentional, but like the fact that he's sort of just sitting on that low ground and helping the flank cover the under position so that they can't just really peek it. Like, It is doing a lot of work, to be fair, but I mean, they've managed to clear it up now because their flanks under there, as the soldier probably should be there.
Asa and Vani both have 100% overcharge and might be looking in exchange fairly soon. Every single time Germany has pushed, Asa was popping very early, losing those precious seconds. And look at this, both medics almost at the same time, just a little bit of a stalemate there in the staircase, pushing themselves. And there's a lot of sharing going on the Swedish team, losing quite a few players here. Oh, Mars almost dying to Ali, prevailing finally and killing Vani as well. What a play, securing that top area, going down to push the cart, and cart dangerously close to falling in. Only 5 people up for Swedish team, but there's a level 3 sentry guarding at the moment. It's going to be very difficult to push it with that up.
Yeah, Untitled like jumping this top area, trying to secure the space, and he does a good job of that. Sentry is still alive though. Kali again with the Sentry Defiance. Both third and last, doing a really good job there. Cart is very close to being pushed in though now, so they need to be careful, there's no spike ups.
Definitely here, Ignis is in the staircase, trying to get a drop on the medic, but takes the demo man instead. Quite an aggressive play coming out from the soldier. So dangerously close to dying was Viljak as well, taking a few rockets for his medic. Vani only on 60 HP with 40% overcharge. He's not looking anytime soon to die, as that will be quite devastating for the team. But look at this, Dreamy is just currently trying to push in the card, getting dangerously close again. Oh my god, what a wash coming out from Swedish team. Asa is still quite alive, healing up his Pyro T-time, taking quite a bit of damage for his troubles, and eventually being forced out there. Asa has to wait for his team to meet up with him. Vani is about to hit his Ubercharge at the same time as Asa. Each of the Ubercharge exchanges was in favor of Sweden, as they were able to just simply hold with that. A very important thing to notice.
I think Germany needs to try and secure some area in this top position, because Unkai's been up there the whole time doing so much work for his team. Like, they've sent some people up there now, but like again, he's just going to do damage to the sniper, probably kill them all.
Here, Asa 100% charge just called Vani as well, once again getting ready into those positions. Having the control over the top area, very important here. Menti taking a headshot for his trouble, with Twisted being in a very aggressive spot, having an overview over everything that's going on right now. That might be Milchman's job to take him out and let his team be able to push. T-time taking out Viljak. There's one player less to fight on this defense. Look at this again. Very aggressive, a lot of sharing going on, trying to get into the right positions, taking down 3 players, Twisted, the Sentry, Kronk, on Kaya, falling down to the pit. Only 2 people up for defense, with 2 people pushing the card right now. It's gonna eventually fall down, and amazingly, 10 minutes and 1 second, Germany finally pushes the card in, and now it's gonna be Sweden's time to try to beat that.
That seems like a pretty standard time, but like they did really well to push the first and second points in that quickly. It's just like as soon as they hit third, it was like they needed like constant retrying of their pushes to try and get a successful one. I feel like the Rubers probably could have like focused like the sentry more or something, especially on the third and last, because Calais was doing such a good job with their sentries to try and deny the space.
Getting ready to set up again, looking at the position, no change coming out of Germany's positioning, with the sentry being in the standard spot, just kind of all around, trying to be helpful. It's protected from spam as well as covering a little bit less ground. So Saga will be using that Wrangler to help himself out a little bit. Gonna look what each of them makes running. Just the regular Uber charge gun. Medigun is always very strong. Oh, is Vani crits actually? He is running the crits. That's an impressive strat. I mean, I'm not sure, I haven't played TF2 in a long time. I'm not sure if Spies still do the same thing of checking the Uber charge guns, but you know, with the rate that you can build the Uber charge in the spot, it's gonna be quite crucial. Mishman taking down Viljak. What a nice kill on the scout, always very difficult. And look at this, Vani getting very aggressive here, pushing with the demo man, gonna pop his crit streak anytime soon, and there he goes. Tries to lob some sticks, take quite a lot of damage for his trouble. Mars going down, Dreamy going down, Milchman going down as well. 3 people down for the German team. We see them pushing in right now. Ali also taking a knife to his back. Unfortunately unable to spot that spy in time. There's a lot of pressure going on the sentry and eventually going down. Nice work there with Viljak working out with his team, trying to get enough distraction going on to sap it. As Sweden is slowly pushing their cart in. Asa still has 100% though.
Yeah, the Chris didn't do as much as they wanted it to, although, well, okay, nice snipe coming out to a size there, the medic, because that's going to be a detriment to the sort of defense here. But yeah, it didn't do as much as they wanted it to, but like, they managed to get the frags afterwards, and they just sort of pushed forwards and got the space pretty quickly there. They're getting really aggressive on this hill though, Ali already going forwards.
Here. Yeah, Vani and Asa both dying to snipers, quite unfortunate again. Twisted and Milchman showing what they're made of. So, well, basically, once again, it's what status quo. Germany having a little bit of trouble defending against the aggression coming out of the Sentry, and Ali eventually killing them both. But the card is being very aggressively pushed here, very close to the second point, with Mars being the only person defending it right now. He's gonna be taking a few rockets for his troubles, eventually being finished off by Kronk. And look at this, what is going on right now with Germany, losing so many players. Asa needs to get away, almost getting a knife for his trouble, but running away just in time. Second point will have to be forfeit though, as Sweden's aggression is a bit too much for Germany to handle.
Yeah, well played by Ignis there in the battle lines. Well, their whole team was distracted, sort of pushing forwards. He was hiding in the window area and managed to pick up Vanny, so that should hopefully give them enough time because of that play. We'll have to wait and see.
Here, Asa getting his 100% Uber charge very soon. Vanny is only on 20. He has switched to a regular Uber charge gun, so no shenanigans anymore. That strategy has been used, and used quite effectively, allowing them to cap 2 points very quickly. But Asa has that advantage right now. Kronk trying to force someone out, taking down Menti for his trouble. Ignis is getting close into position, gonna put 1 rocket or 2 rockets. He's going so close, fighting a Sentry, taking him down eventually, and killing, wow, on Kaya.
He's still alive as well.
And he's just slowly dying to the... Oh, he survived with 1 health and finally getting killed by Ali. Oh my god, Ignis, you wonderful bastard. He is bought quite enough of time on the defending team here, but Germany is slowly losing this point. Asa has to pop his Uber charge, running only on 40%, not building fast enough there. But with losing the Uber charge and no level 3 Sentry up and running here, Germany will have to forfeit third point as well with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for them.
Yeah, it's been extraordinary by Sweden. Like, I'm not sure, I was kind of like questioning that Uber that they tried to take third back with. Like, there wasn't really enough space that they could have took there. So they probably just should have saved it for this last point, because Vanny has a huge Uber advantage now. So they could probably just go charge him with Ali.
This time, Vanny 100% charge, finally has an advantage of Asa. Holding top, but getting forced out. Actually just trying to save himself from the sniper. Only popping onto the demo man alley, doing quite a little bit of a damage onto that level 2 Sentry, but the engineer here, Saga, is making sure it's up and running. Quite a lot of spam being exchanged. Sender taking down T-Time, and Pyro v Pyro battle won by Sweden. Going in there, Asa's gonna get his Uber charge. Ooh, what a headshot here by Twisted onto Ignis, as he just was getting his health up. Oh, but 5 was so close to make it onto just killing Vanny. Vanny is up though. Asa has 100% charge, but they are holding very far back. They did forfeit the windows area. They're not able to go there anymore, but Milchman taking down Ali in a very crucial moment, with a lot of people missing. Well, Sweden will have to think of something different.
They tried to secure that top space, but like people just kept getting picked off one by one. It's kind of unfortunate. And again, like, well, good sentry positioning on there. Like, they had a lot of like ground on that top area. Like, no one was able to jump it because the sentry was up. So they just all just stood there and shot the windows.
Well, Milchman is definitely putting enough pressure onto Sweden's team to allow them actually to get back into the window area. Very important. Almost entire team is sitting in those windows right now. Look at this. 5 players of the team, 6, sitting there, making sure the medic survives. Look at this. Essener is just going in, trying to force out Asa. Asa's dying there to Ale. What an Uber charge by Vanny. Going and losing 3 players for the troubles, but there's only 5 people up on the defending team. Medic is taking a little bit of spam as well for his trouble, trying to reunite with his team, help them out as well. He's low himself, but the cart is slowly being pushed at the last point, and Mars and Menti are the only ones who are able to hold it right now, doing a lot of spam. Milchman taking down Twisted, Viljak killed him to the middle of just a regular ship, and well, Krok is just jumping into the pit. Cart is dangerously close, only 5 people up on the attacking team, but a lot of spam being exchanged. Dreamy Ignis, Mars not able to save this point. Second point going to the way of Sweden, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the game is over.
Yeah, that was a great last push there. They just all like collapsed onto the cart. Like they had the soldier go to the top left, which they needed to do. Took out the demo. Nothing else was spamming on the cart. Well played.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick look at the logs, you know, just formality. But Sweden definitely. I mean, I talked before. I would think that both teams are very close in skill, but it might have just gone simply because of communication errors, maybe something like that. Sweden has been playing with a very similar roster for well, few seasons of the National Highlander tournament, and definitely having that behind them under their belts helps out in the long run. Looking at the logs right now, topping the charts is Ale with 29 kills. Second place is only 20 shared by Ignis and Ontkaya, both soldiers, but Ale leading with massive 29. Most kills onto actually the soldier, Ignis taking the blunt of that. Heavy also dying 6 times to him. What an impressive display here by Ale. He was just doing his demo work, well, quite well.
Yeah, I think the main thing here is, like, you could see with the damage, like, Menti was still top damager for his team, as you'd sort of expect, but the reason why he, like, sort of went negative was probably because, like you said before, communication, so they didn't manage to, like, pick up on the fact that he was going in and doing damage, or, like, people were getting picked off before they were able to get the kills, which is a bit unfortunate, but, I mean, Ignis deservedly at the top as well. 3rd place for damage, doing so much work for his team in the back lines.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be looking at both teams in the future. It was just an early stage group match, so there's not a lot on the line, just basically vanity points and trying to get a better seed for the rest of the tournament. Tomorrow, we will be casting Denmark versus England. Again, once again, a very, very important and interesting match. Both teams very high in skill. A lot of players are representing the Premiership division, so it is going to be quite interesting to watch. Again, I do believe it's going to be Wiethoofd with the camera, who is doing God's work. Again, he's doing a lot of work, but I do believe that will be it. It was short, albeit intense exchange between Sweden and Germany. Unfortunately, Germany has lost this one, but it's not over for them yet, as they will be able to recuperate and maybe get some points back in the future. My name is Jake. Today with me was Buck and Nyan a little bit in the beginning. See you guys in the next cast.